Europe, a continent steeped in history, brimming with culture, and home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks. For decades, travelers have flocked to its charming cities and picturesque villages, eager to experience its unique charm and allure. But this popularity comes at a price, one that is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. Overtourism, the phenomenon of excessive tourist numbers straining a destination's resources and negatively impacting residents' quality of life, has become a pressing issue that demands attention. Cities like Barcelona, Amsterdam, and Venice, once celebrated for their beauty and vibrancy, are now grappling with the consequences of their own success. Crowded streets, overwhelmed infrastructure, and inflated prices are just a few of the challenges they face. The sheer volume of visitors is putting immense pressure on these beloved destinations. As the number of tourists continues to rise, so too do concerns about the sustainability of this industry. The balance between welcoming visitors and maintaining the quality of life for residents is becoming increasingly precarious. Local communities are feeling the strain more than ever. Residents are being priced out of their homes as short term rentals proliferate, making it difficult for locals to find affordable housing. And the unique character of these historic destinations is being eroded by the constant influx of visitors. The very essence of these places is at risk. The question arises, how can we balance the economic benefits of tourism with the preservation of these precious places and the well being of their inhabitants? It's a complex issue with no easy answers. In response to this growing crisis, many European cities have turned to a controversial solution: tourist taxes. These taxes, levied on visitors, aim to generate revenue to mitigate the negative impacts of tourism and promote sustainable practices. The funds collected are often used to improve infrastructure and support local communities, but are they truly effective? Do they address the root causes of overtourism, or are they just a temporary fix? Let's delve into the world of tourist taxes and explore their impact on some of Europe's most visited destinations. Join us as we uncover the complexities and potential solutions to this pressing issue. Tourist taxes, also known as occupancy taxes or city taxes, are fees imposed on visitors staying overnight in a particular destination. These taxes are typically added to the cost of accommodation, such as hotels, hostels, and short term rentals. The idea behind tourist taxes is simple: to generate revenue from visitors who contribute to the wear and tear on a city's infrastructure and resources. Proponents of tourist taxes argue that they provide a way to offset the costs associated with managing tourism, such as maintaining public spaces, preserving cultural heritage sites, and providing essential services like sanitation and security. The revenue generated can also be used to fund initiatives that promote sustainable tourism practices, such as investing in public transportation, supporting local businesses, and educating visitors about responsible travel behavior. However, tourist taxes are not without their critics. Opponents argue that they disproportionately burden budget conscious travelers and could potentially deter tourism, harming the local economy. They also raise concerns about transparency and accountability, questioning whether the revenue generated is always used effectively and for its intended purpose. Despite these criticisms, Tourist taxes have become increasingly common in Europe, with many cities adopting them as a way to manage the challenges of overtourism. Let's examine how three popular European cities, Barcelona, Amsterdam, and Venice, have implemented tourist taxes and the impact these taxes have had. Barcelona, the vibrant capital of Catalonia, is a prime example of a city grappling with the consequences of its own popularity. The influx of visitors has brought both opportunities and challenges. Known for its stunning architecture, world-class cuisine, and lively atmosphere, Barcelona has long been a magnet for tourists. The city's unique charm and cultural richness draw millions of visitors each year. However, the city's popularity has come at a cost, with residents increasingly feeling the strain of overtourism. The crowded streets and busy public spaces have made daily life more challenging for locals. In response, Barcelona implemented a tourist tax in 2012, which has since been expanded and increased. This measure was aimed at addressing the growing concerns of the local population. Visitors staying in hotels, hostels, and tourist apartments are required to pay a tax per person per night. This tax is collected at the time of check-in and varies based on the type of accommodation. The tax rate varies depending on the type and category of accommodation, with higher-end establishments subject to higher fees. This tiered approach ensures that the tax burden is distributed fairly. The revenue generated from Barcelona's tourist tax is earmarked for a variety of purposes, all aimed at mitigating the negative impacts of tourism and improving the quality of life for residents. These funds are crucial for maintaining the city's infrastructure. This includes funding projects related to improving public infrastructure, such as sidewalks, street lighting, and public transportation. Enhancing these facilities benefits both residents and tourists alike. Additionally, preserving cultural heritage sites, including iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and Park Güell, and promoting sustainable tourism practices, such as encouraging the use of public transportation and supporting local businesses. These efforts help maintain the city's unique character. While Barcelona's tourist tax has been successful in generating significant revenue, its effectiveness in curbing overtourism is still debated. The balance between welcoming tourists and maintaining quality of life for residents remains a challenge. Some argue that the tax has not been high enough to deter visitors, while others point to a slight decrease in overnight stays since its implementation. The impact of the tax on tourism patterns continues to be monitored. However, it's undeniable that the tax has provided a valuable source of funding for projects aimed at improving the city for both residents and visitors. The ongoing improvements are a testament to the city's commitment to sustainable tourism. Amsterdam, the charming Dutch capital, renowned for its picturesque canals, ubiquitous bicycles, and liberal atmosphere, has also turned to tourist taxes to manage the challenges of over-tourism. However, Amsterdam's approach differs from Barcelona's in its focus on deterring rather than simply taxing tourists. Amsterdam has one of the highest tourist tax rates in Europe. Visitors staying in hotels, hostels, and other accommodations are required to pay a percentage of the cost of their stay, in addition to a fixed fee per person per night. The city has also implemented other measures aimed at curbing tourism, such as restrictions on short term rentals and a crackdown on disruptive behavior. These measures are designed to ensure that the quality of life for residents is not compromised by the influx of visitors. The revenue generated from Amsterdam's tourist tax is used to fund a variety of initiatives, including managing crowds and improving public safety, particularly in popular tourist areas like the red light district. Additionally, investing in sustainable tourism infrastructure, such as bike paths and public transportation, and promoting alternative attractions and activities outside of the city center, encouraging visitors to explore lesser known areas. This not only helps to distribute the tourist load more evenly, but also introduces visitors to the hidden gems of Amsterdam. Amsterdam's high tourist tax and other measures have had a noticeable impact on visitor numbers, with some reporting a decline in overnight stays, particularly among budget travelers. While the city's tourism industry has expressed concerns about the potential long term effects of these policies, the local government maintains that its priority is to ensure a sustainable future for Amsterdam and its residents. By focusing on sustainability, Amsterdam aims to create a balanced environment where both locals and tourists can coexist harmoniously.